So if things are working correctly, this should be, there we go, Chris Crawford's 1990 edition of Balance of Power. Game I have not played in a very, very long time. Double check, make sure everything's streaming correctly. Yes! Everything is fine. So I did floor 13 a couple of weeks ago, and that was fun. Unfortunately, the game crashed. I will attempt that again, and I might even stream the PC version of that, actually. We can pretend it's the Amiga version, can't we? Right, let's do new game. Basically, this is Cold War scenario. Basically, increase my geopolitical prestige. Hey, look, 2 Lenins. Increase the geopolitical prestige of us and lower theirs. Right, well, we'll play on beginner. Can I expand? I don't know if that's going to chop that off. Well, we'll do it when we get to the main game. So let's see. Your goal in this game is to increase the geopolitical prestige of your chosen superpower while avoiding a nuclear war. Oh, but that's no fun. The 4 levels provide increasingly complex and accurate representations of the real world of geopolitics. People who play this game without reading the manual are wasting their time. Well, I just had a quick glance at the manual. I skimmed the quick play thing, and so I've not exactly read it in depth, but then it wasn't exactly a huge manual. It was a text file on Lemon Amiga, but that'll do. I have some idea of what I'm doing. Some. I think I'm probably about as competent as some of the world leaders are right now. Not mentioning any names. Beginner, intermediate, expert, multipolar. I'm going to stick with beginner. Now, shall I play as US or USSR? Shall I play as the Americans or the Soviets? I'll play as America right now, and we'll do 1 player. Ah, hello, planet Earth. Yep, that seems to work, actually. Oh, well, that's gone really well at the start, hasn't it? Okay, I'll try the ADF version instead. That was a really tremendous start to proceedings, wasn't it? ADF it is. I swear, do these people not test these WHD load things, or is it an emulator thing? Anyway, since we know we can... Yeah, it's cracked by Cortex. I remember them. So apparently geopolitical games aren't going very well for me. Floor 13 crashed, that one just crashed. Let's try again. So, blah-de-blah. Blah 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 blah. Is it going to crash? No, it's not. Okie dokie. Or is it going to, because it's still saying it's busy? Going to crash? Don't crash! Please don't crash. Back to news. Problem is with the HD load, it would have done this so quick it's hard to tell exactly where it crashed, so I guess we're just waiting patiently. Now, part of me wants to play this seriously, and the other part of me wants to like try and start an insurrection in England or something. Right, I believe we are working. Right, well the game said find Nicaragua. I think is possibly, no, it's Honduras. Nicaragua. Then make policies and basically send them lots of guns. Aid to insurgents. I was just reading today how the CIA overthrew the democratically elected Marxist leader of Nicaragua back in the 70s. Make of that what you will. Intervene for the government. Aid to insurgents. Military. Let's aid the insurgents. So I've got 6.6. Yeah, that. 6.6 billion, I guess. Oh, let's chuck $100 million at the insurgents. Enact. Go check out England. Keep forgetting on the Amiga, right mouse button, right mouse button. Sphere of influence. Basically, okay, so Soviets have the eastern side of South America, I've got the west. Well, so the USR have a weak hold and strong. Wow, they're all over Africa. Interesting. Right, what else we got we can check here? Major events. Revolution, revolution. Prestige value, that's... cares. Much value for Canada. Yeah, Canada represent. Insurgency, there is much insurgency. Civil wars, guerrilla wars, terrorism. Events, USSR actions. In Soviet Union dispatches military advisors to help the Indian government. A touch risky, we've got no case here, they will ream us on this one. This is a very close judgment call. Sphere of influence, neither. Slight unrest is growing. Set the hell out of there for now. Bit of a hit question. USSR has no intention to alter its current course. Yeah. Hey Maya! Trying to figure out how to get out this menu now. Back down. I wasn't... Can I close... Ah, there we go. I'm hoping the music isn't too loud. It's very loud in my headphones, but that's because I've got my headphones turned up. Minor country news. Let's go see what's going on in the minor countries. In Lebanon, all groups of citizens greet the president in Beirut. President, voting, blah blah blah. Okie dokie. I'm going to... thing in the manual said do that in Nicaragua and then go to the next turn. Because the Russians are going to be a mite cranky. So let's go make the Russians cranky. I remember playing this back in the day. There was also another interesting one called the Armageddon Man, which I might play in a bit if we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it won't crash again. Frustrating, I'm stuck using the floppy version. Oh good lord, 10% saved. It's a geopolitical simulator. Basically I'm supposed to be... I'm playing as the US and I have to... Basically I have to look... My prestige to the world must be higher than that. It's basically a Cold War simulator. I funded the insurgents in Nicaragua, which is what the game told, which is what the manual I briefly skimmed told me to do. So, wow, this takes a long time to save. So I remember playing it back in the day, but I don't recall ever getting very far. I think I even bought this, actually. The title screen at the beginning says if you've not read the manual, you're wasting your time, and it's like, well, I skimmed a few pages. Does that count? Wow, that takes a long time. React News. The government of the USSR deplores this policy. Nicaragua accuses USA of supporting the country. Yes! Yes, I have. This is a touch risky. This is, I don't think we can win this. We can go either way here. Neither. Insurgency, rampant terrorism. Insurgency growing. Seriously, I found out the Russians have sent them 400. Yeah, that's not happening. Reject. USR deplores this imperialist aggression. Refuse. Oh dear. This is going well. American aggression impels our government to resort to strong measures. DEFCON 4. You have ignited an accident. Well, that went well! I've just ended the world. We do not reward failure. What the heck was that? I followed what the manual said. I don't think that would have started a nuclear war. Come on. One more diplomat, mutually assured destruction. Oh, I see. No, back to the menu. It's like, screw you. Okay, well, let's start again. Reset. I'll try this again and not be quite so insane this time. Maybe if I just feed them 20 million. And now I have to wait for it to load again. Yeah, that was an unexpected ending. They're DEFCON 4, but it's DEFCON 1 is the nuclear war one. Right, let's try again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That was on beginner. Yeah. Right, let's try again. So $100 million to Nicaragua. Stop doing that. No, boom. I really don't think the Russians would have risked nuclear war over that. I lived through the Cold War and... Well, let's try and do better this time. Maybe I'll just give them 20 million this time. Right, there's revolution. Oh yeah. Maybe I'll just leave Nicaragua alone. Cameroon and Zaire. Zaire known as now, I forget. So... Ben's newspaper. Oh, this. Insurgency soldiers greet new president and wife. FNLC forces triumphantly take control of Zairean government buildings. Soviet Union dispatches advisors to help the government. Those are advisors, are they? Oh. President mobbed by cheering population. I'm really curious how one gets through, you know, like turn 2 without ending the world. Can I do anything in Russia? No. Okay. Briefing. Blah blah blah, superpower, absolutely USSR. Yeah, well, I'm looking at the Soviet Union, of course it's... What's going on in England? My former home country. Hey, Snowdog. Boing indeed. Close up of England. I have no idea what I'm doing either. As I say, I read a bit of the manual and I'm still confused. Very strongly USA. Let's see if I can make England go Soviet, shall we? Can't go any worse than the last game. That's going pretty good. I ended the world just now. Russia was upset I funded insurgents in Nicaragua, and then there was nuclear war. Thank you. Wish I could claim responsibility, but I found it on the FSUAE website. I like it. It's very cool. Make policies. I send aid to insurgents in England. If the Soviets are going to get angry, well, let's try and go Soviet. Oh, I can't send them anything. Disappointing. Intervene for the rebels? Guessing that would have been the IRA or something? Well, I'm going to try Nicaragua again. And I will... Or Nicaragua or Nicaragua. However, I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that. Geographically, in the real world, I'm in Canada, in Alberta. In this, I'm playing as America. Well, let's send 20 million. Of course, the thing is, the Russians have got troops there, and that's going to make them crank. Let's... No, I'll send... Okay, what I'll do is I'll send them the 100 million. But I'll back down next turn, which means I've still given them 100 million, but hopefully it won't start a war. We'll see. Needless to say, the music in the background is not from the game. The game has no sound. Now we wait the very long time while it saves and processes everything, so feel free to have a nap. Sadly, no, I'm playing on an emulator. Playing on FSUAE. I wish I had real hardware. Of course, then real hardware, I'd need to get all the hookups to capture everything and do this, so... It does take a long time to save. I wish the hard drive version had worked, but it crashed immediately. Yeah, I had a 1200, but stupidly sold it in 1995. Not that it would have made much difference since I emigrated to Canada in 96. So. But I've looked around for, but it's just out of my price range. I think I'm going to try Mister, one of the FPGA devices that everyone keeps raving about. I've priced it out, and I can get one for a fairly decent price. So that looks fun. Plus, I could emulate all the old computers and stuff, which will be fun. All doing it all in one little box. Yeah, I've never been anywhere outside of Alberta since I came here in 96. I lived in Calgary. I moved from the south of England in 1996. Oh, here we go. Soviet Union. Stop doing that. Yep, Nicaragua accuses USA of supporting the Contra. That's exactly what I did. Prestige at risk, USA interesting and significant. I wonder if I reject it. So I rejected it last time, and then it said stop, and I said no again. Well, it says, I think we can win this. This is a close judgment call, close. We can go either way. So those three guys are useless. I think we can win this. Forget what he said last time. I'll reject it initially, and then US deplores. You're going to get us killed, sir. I want to back down. Hooray! We didn't blow the world up this time. I've no idea what to do now. Wow, there's a lot of downtime in this game. Enter theft, Cortex. Okay, theft, cute. I wonder what happens if you get it wrong. I wonder if it's one of those games that it lets you in and then does horrible, horrible things to you. Now I'm thinking we got revolution. Oh, revolution's ended in Zaire. Got a revolution in Chad. Go see what's going on over in Chad. Close up. Yeah, I'd be happy with just a base A1200, but up here there's not much. I routinely check Craigslist and Kijiji, and there's never really anything. I see people trying to buy them. Like, do you have one? Sell it to me. But I never see anybody actually selling anything up here. Plus, I think they go for about 500 Canadian, which I can get the FPGA box for like less than half that, which is supposedly very good. Nice. I only ever had an A500 and a 1200 myself. I had a 1200 with an 80 megabyte hard drive and a RAM expansion that was, oh, what was it, PCM-CIA slot, but it was only 16-bit, so if I recall it slowed the entire thing down because it was dealing with 16-bit RAM, but it gave me a whopping 3 megabytes of RAM if I recall. Anyway, here we go, blah blah blah. The USSR is getting engaged. Major guerrilla war insurgency weakening, then let's go and fund the insurgency. for no reason. Oh, got a cough. Muted so I could cough. I don't have COVID, but I do have a sore throat. I always have a sore throat. Make policies. Aid to the insurgents. Or should I say military aid? What was it said the Russians had done? They'd sent a bunch of money. And 20,000 troops. Now the thing is, if I send troops in... let's just aid them. I literally have no idea what I'm doing in this game. I skimmed the manual, as I said. I actually read something. Relation, that's not helpful. Relations, diplomatic relationships. Go check. The aid to the insurgents. Yeah, I bought an expansion board when I got my A1200 that had 8 megabytes and it added an FPU, floating point unit, I think. Oh, it cost, at the time it cost as much as the A1200 did. But it was broken and the Amiga just wouldn't work when it was in. And I returned it, and there was some, I don't know if it was after earthquakes out in Kobe or out in Japan or whatever, but it was when there was something messing with the quantity of materials available, and they couldn't get another one, and I said, I want another one, and they were just standing there ground. I said, fine, give me my money back, and they couldn't wait to throw it at me. So I never actually had the fancy expansion card I bought, unfortunately. And I remember spending £30 back in 1989 to get a 512k RAM board for my A500 so I could play SimCity. Right, we've sent the money off to Chad. I don't... What? Ah, okay. Diplomatic relationships. Oh, okay. Oh, with the Soviet Union. Okie dokie. Okay then. Military aid. Wow, is that Afghanistan by any chance? Yes, it is. Interesting. But can I just... Yeah, it only cares about me and America. Cool. What we want is to make them warm. Amazing how far we've come with what we have today for systems. I keep trying to explain to my kids, watching old Amiga demos, it's kind of like, this was done on a chip that was slower than the one that they put in washing machines. Remember, that was the A1200. Actually, the A1200 had the 68 EC020, and it was basically the same chip they put in washing machines at the time. Much more fun than a washing machine. Diplomatic relations. I don't know, should I go and try to turn some of these countries? Because if they're cool, they might come over to my side. I mean, what's going on in Libya? Ah, that known ally of America. See, they're chucking stuff all over the world. Is there any country they're not touching? I mean, look at the score, they're kicking my ass. Minor country news, let's see if it gives away anything interesting. In Chad, insurgency soldiers greet new president. Oh, don't tell me their freaking insurgency is over already. I literally just sent them money. Give it back. Jerks. I'll then turn again and see what happens, and then I'll try and figure out what I'm doing from there. Oh, I can undo last turn. Oh, now that's interesting. Seems a bit cheaty, though. Trying to see how long my throat will last today. Suffered damage to it 10 years ago when I wound up in the ICU and had to be intubated, and they did horrible things to my throat, and it's never been the same. 10% saved. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I wish the hard drive version of this had worked. I had necrotizing pancreatitis, which means my pancreas basically died and bled out. And I wound up in the ICU with respiratory, renal, and liver failure. Basically, I should have died, but I decided not to, I guess. Yeah, it's above my pay grade, Snow Dog. It's been so long since I've used the real Amiga. Back in the day, I may have been of use. Oh yeah, I suppose I could have done that. Maybe if I turned the processor speed up or something. Oh well, I think it's the floppy drive. Actually, hang on, floppy speed, yeah. Watch me break all the things. I'll do in a minute. Here we go. React News. This is close. Judgment call. Judgment. Oh, you're also helpful, aren't you? UCU. Insignificant. The USSR deplores this policy, accuses assisting insurgency elements. Fine, I'll back down again. Go to the emulator. Where's the floppy speed? There we go. Makes a difference. There we go. Turbo! Watch me crash the game horribly now. Right, so we've got revolution going on in Iran. Oh, that score, look at it. I don't know why. Yeah, go back to what it was and make sure everything's still okay. Amount of times I do that, I'll spend hours working on something and then wind up right back where I started. Briefing, so what's going on in Iran? Iran. Prestige value, minus 166 turbo. Hopefully the disk speed turned up to turbo will work. It'll probably crash the game, no my luck. Yeah, I haven't played it in probably since about, well, the year I'm in actually, 91's almost 30 years. Right, so prestige value. Very much, very much. Canada, Spain is... That's interesting. This is all very much, and Spain is kind of like, heh. Nobody gives a crap about most of Africa. Afghanistan, I know the Russians are in there. Yeah, it's all going by far too fast. Burma. Burma! What's going on in Burma? Neutral. Minor terrorism, insurgency weakening. Maybe if I fund the government. Russia doesn't seem to give a crap. Yeah, let's go fund the government in Burma. Policies. Let's send... Intervene for the government. Yes. Let's intervene for the government. Spend 1,000 troops. Go on. Says the prestige value of Afghanistan is very little. What have we got over here? That was Burma. What's going on in the Philippines? Friendly, slight unrest, insurgency weakening. I shall send them... Hell, let's send them some military aid. Ooh! Oh wow, that seems excessive. We'll send them 100 million. And we'll intervene on behalf of the government, because Russia seems to be doing that globally. 5,000 troops. Actually, I should send military aid to Burma as well, since I did that. Military aid. Actually, no, not military aid. Was it? Yeah, military aid. You can have... I'll have 100 million. Have it like it's all going out of style. So, I've done them, Botswana. Insurgency. Go. Civil war, there's guerrilla war in Botswana. Da-da-da, nobody cares. Prestige value, absolutely bugger all. Only way to list like prestige value. Prestige value. Thank you, game. Much prestige. Good check South Africa. I have no idea if what I'm doing is clever or stupid. Cordial. Minor terrorism. Well, let's send them a bit of money to fight the terrorists. Come on. There we go. Minor terrorism. Let's give them 20 million. Actually, maybe the terrorists will be appeased with some money. Nigeria. What's going on there? I should go look at South America in a minute. So I'm guessing that's what it potentially was if the Soviets... Light unrest, insurgency growing. We'll send them some money too. And the question is, does your actions have any bearing on, like, I'm giving these guys money? Do, like, the countries next door go, hello, America's giving out money. 20 million, there you go. Have some money. So, that's Iran, I think, isn't it? Is that Iran? I've double-clicked. Oh, it's Israel. My geography is not good. Oh, now that's interesting. If I can get it on side with the... Oh, I'm already sending them 2 billion. Holy cow. Yeah, we'll leave them alone. They can't stop it with 2 billion. What else am I going to do? Redraw on this is slow. Much. Argentina. What's going on with Argentina? Apparently I can double click instead of going to that menu. Today I learned. We're already in. So Russia sent 1,000 troops and I've given them 20 million. What if I can increase the aid? I mean, I keep thinking about sending US troops in, but sending US troops in where Russia has troops seems kind of shady. Let's up it to 100 million. Oh, I'm sure Russia will love that. Venezuela. Sitting there. Well, let's send them some money as well. Then we'll take the next turn and see what disastrous policies I've made this turn. I'm feeling generous. Let's give them 100 million. going on in Spain? Maybe if I can get Spain on side and lock them in for the US. Oh! Insurgency weakening. Let's send Spain some money. That might get them on side. I figure I'll just stick to money if there's an insurgency, and if there's anything more than that, send in the troops. Have 100 million, Spain. Enjoy. Egypt. Let's have one more. Let's have one more look at. Let's have a look at Egypt. Russia got their sticky fingers in it. No, it's good prestige though. Insurgency growing. So we'll throw some money. Maybe I'll send some troops in just to see what happens. Yeah, let's send some troops in. Let's just send 1,000 in. See what happens. So at the moment, well, you can see the pitiful score. Next turn. Hopefully this goes a bit faster now. I've turned it up to turbo. Hopefully it won't trash the game. Not sure it's made it any faster. Of course, the question is, does doing it mid-emulation? I think it does. I think I've done it before. I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have made any difference. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe it's... I don't know. Well, apparently there's something more at play going on. Oh, I wonder how much I've done has just pissed off the Russians. That's the end of 1991. It's weird how it does it per year. A month would make more sense, I guess. Oh, come on. Actually, I probably had an HDF for this game. I should have tried that, see if it worked. If I do it again, I'll try that. I've got ADFs, HDFs, WHD load versions. I've got versions of everything. Oh, here we go. React News. Judgment, perhaps we should give it a whirl. USA interest very low, USSR. So the government of the USSR has deplored it despite the fact they don't give a crap. Reject. The Soviet government deplores this imperialist behavior. I don't want to start a war and they don't have to seem cranky. Back down. The government of the USSR, Washington gives Nigeria 20 million. Why do you care? Reject. Oh. Prestige at risk, none. I'm looking at that guy. He looks like the dude from Trailer Park Boys. Never actually seen that show, but I know enough of it because it's Canadian. Know enough that that dude looks like Bubbles, is it? If I refuse... No prestige at risk. I'm going to refuse again. Oh, here we go. If I hit that, we go boom. Back down. Fine. No nuclear war for you. See, again, they're just... Why do you care? Actually, the Russian had sent people... Yeah, I'm going to back down on that one. They just don't want me doing anything, and it's kind of like, why would they know? I guess with those spies everywhere. Washington gives South Africa... Yes, I know it did. Judgment, judgment. Thanks, you guys are so helpful. Fine. They said nobody gave a crap about that, and suddenly the Russians are Judgment, just... I'm going to have you all killed. Back down. Oh my lord, look, this is a judgment call. This is a judgment call. You are useless. Worse than the advisors in Civilization. Cool. Your advisors advise me. Tell me something to do instead of leaving it all on me. Wow, this is catastrophically bad. I'm starting to think this game is a load of crap. I'd be very interested to search YouTube, see if anyone's ever played this and got anywhere. I mean, it's an updated version. There's more countries in Africa in this version, I believe. And all was quiet. Events of the USSR done. Soviet Union dispatches military advisors to help Peruvian. This is judgment call. This is not worth fuck. Seriously, can I do anything? They will ream us. They will ream us. I'm not even bothering. We can go either way. Either way. So possibly, not a chance. Iffy. What the heck? I question your authority. The USSR sees no reason to alter its present policy. Challenge. The matter is rightfully enough. This is on beginner. Game is not fun. Soviet Union dispatches either way. You guys are hopeless. They went back down. This one is theirs. Actually, that said don't be afraid. She said don't be afraid. Fine. Don't be afraid. Has no intention to challenge its reverse its present policy. This matter does not defer to imperialist Oh, I've somehow gotten prestige to go up. Of course, this has gone up as well, so I don't think it's relevant. El Salvador. Soviet Union gives Afghanistan 20 risky, void. Judgment call. We can go either way. This is very close. Judgment call. I'm not even reading them. I'm just seeing what the advisors say. Well, that was hopeless. Just, how the heck does one succeed at this game? Maybe the key is to play as Russia. Since, I mean, in the 90s, I mean, Russia was considered, oh no, they're the crazy, scary ones. Events, USSR, other. Soviet Union. Soviet troops in Cuba pulled out. Soviet military to Cuba decreased, and I think I could go and get Cuba on my side, maybe. Cuba, Ethiopia. Cuba and Ethiopia. Well, let's go have a chat with Cuba. Hello, Cuba. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do, see what they're doing and go and try and... They've pulled everything out. Minor terrorism, insurgency, weakening. I mean, theoretically, because they were... Well, actually, they were communist, but if they've pulled out, government philosophy very left. Logic decrees the US would want to fund the insurgency. Of course, they've just pulled out. If I go and do anything, Russia will probably suddenly be massively interested in Cuba again. Let us... If they're absolutely... I want to intervene for the... I want to aid the insurgents. Yeah, I notice I have like 9 billion now. I find it interesting, we've got these other policies, but... And does that come up if I go to... Yeah, nothing happens if I click on the Soviet Union. So, like, what happens? How can I send economic aid? Going down in Australia. Intervene for the rebels. Ethiopia was the oh lord. My African geography is not good. Ethiopia, Niger, Chad, Sudan, Mali, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Algeria, Libya. No, Ethiopia is not up here. Cameroon, Congo, Zaire, Kenya. Ethiopia. Hello, Ethiopia. My geography is just shamefully bad out in that region. Strongly USSR. They're pulling this. I've aided the insurgents, apparently. Well, let's go and see if I can aid the insurgents some more. I apologise, this isn't a very thrilling stream. I thought this was going to be fun. I think after this turn and the rush, if I don't make any progress this turn, I'm just going to go nuts. Events, does the minor country news have any? So slow. End of folder. Absolutely nothing happened anywhere on Earth. Thank you, Maya. Newspaper. Is the newspaper of any use? Open anti-government guerrillas. Launch series of attacks. Yeah. Soviet weapon. Government takes control of privately owned mines. Because like we got all these options and everything, but there's... What does it let me do them? I mean, economic aid, destabilize. I mean, surely Cuba of all places I should be able to destabilize. Let's pick a country at random. Let's go blah. Mali. I can't do any of those things. Maybe they're locked out in the beginner mode? Oh yeah, of course it would have been east and west back then, wouldn't it? Guess it was going to be fairly strongly USSR, I would imagine. Absolutely. Insurgency weakening. Yeah, I guess the Berlin Wall doesn't come down in this game. As I say, I'm very curious if that's on higher difficulties. Which frankly looks like it's more fun, because this is just kind of eh. But economic aid, destabilised treaties, diplomatic pressure, that sounds more like the political shenanigans I'd like to engage in. What's going on in Poland? Yeah, this is, I think, one more turn and then I'm just going to end the world. Push my luck against the Russians. Maybe it's one of those games where they got the difficulties flipped, because I've heard of games where they got the difficulty flipped before, so beginner is actually the hard mode. I can't remember the game in question, but I know there was one they screwed it up when they flipped it, so hard was actually easy and easy was hard. One of the console games. Maybe I'll fire up Armageddon Man after this. That was another one, though if I recall that gets quite complicated too. I wish Floor 13 worked. That's my favourite sort of game like this, but it crashes. Let's see if there's a fixed version. Because for some reason the hard drive version of Floor 13 just dies and goes, oh, there's files missing, bye. Yeah, that drive thing definitely didn't speed up. I wonder if it's the AI, I wonder if it's the CPU doing it. Processing stuff as it's saving, maybe. Lord, I got so excited to play this game because I thought it'd be really fun, and this is boring as hell. Time to go cuckoo bananas. Right, I'm going to see what the Russians do this time, and then I'm basically going to give... I'm going to have like 9 or 10 billion. I'm going to give all my money away. I'm going to send all the troops out there and see what happens. React News. Find it interesting that basically their number and mine are just the same numbers the other way around. Cuba accuses US of assisting insurgency. Me? Never. They will ream us on this one. Fine. Yeah, if I'm going out in a blaze of glory. That was all Russia complained about. They didn't touch me on Ethiopia. Huh. Interesting. I'm still going to end the world. Right. Let's really, 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 really piss Russia off. Right. We've got a revolution going on in Kenya. Soviet Union relation. Diplomatic relation. So, they're hostile to the Soviet Union. So let's go with the ones that are cordial to the Soviet Union and wreak absolute havoc. Let's start in Sweden. What's going on in Sweden? Insurgency. I'm going to invade. Sorry, Sweden. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Intervene for rebels. Yep. 5,000 troops. Go on then. 5,000 troops into Sweden. What could possibly go wrong? Poland. What was the relations with... oh, what's this here? North Korea. Yeah, screw it. Let's go invade North Korea. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, 100,000. Go on then. I hate the way it keeps closing that menu off. Romantic relationship. Audios. I've done North Korea. What's this? I know they got tons in Afghanistan, don't they? So let's go and ruin things out there. That's only 20,000 troops. Yeah, weak. Military power. Strongly USSR. Nah. I saw how that played out in reality in Afghanistan. Military aid. Who are they sending military aid to? 400 million to Ethiopia. Well, I'm going to go and... I've completely forgotten whether I was funding the insurgents or the government. Insurgency. Okay. Make policies. Let's intervene for the rebels. How many troops can I send? 5,000. Go on, have at it. And let's send military aid as well. Actually, no, that would... No. Whoops. No. No. That's... aid to insurgents. That's better. 20 million. Have some money. Oh, I've got 13 billion to spend. Wow. I'm going to invade Australia. Go. While I'm at it, let's invade Canada. Oh, 100,000 troops into Canada. Bring it on. Do we even have any insurgents? Is it the bloc? I guess this game didn't take into account the Bloc Québécois. Well, I'm going to intervene for them anyway. I'll have 100,000 troops all to do it. What could possibly go wrong? Mexico. Let's go both sides. Let's intervene for the rebels. I guess. 20,000 troops, whatever. I'm guessing I can't actually send troops into Russia. No. Poland. What's this here? Romania. Let's see. Diplomatic relationship. Or. Let's invade England. I have no idea what rebels it would actually be, but what the heck. Oh, I can only send 5,000. That's disappointing. Let's go get East Germany. $20,000. Go on then. Let's send... How much money can I send? Seriously? I guess there isn't much of an insurgency in East Germany. Okay, let's see who's... Find someone who really likes us. I've done Canada. Invaded Australia. New Zealand not on this. Wow. New Zealand isn't even in the game. Wow. That's nice. China. What the heck? Let's aid the insurgents. Don't think I'm going to get to spend all my... Don't think I'm going to get to spend all my money. Because I've got billions of it. I can send 5,000 troops into China, though. Sure, that'll go well. Turkey. Need to double-click that. Fairly USA. Let's see if we can change that. Hey, Turkish insurgency. I've got a present. Or apparently I don't have a present. Fine, I'll just send troops in for them instead. There we go. Where else can I send troops? Somewhere. Let's go... I've done Australia, I've invaded England, I've invaded Canada, invaded Sweden. Poland's very pro-Russia, so let's aid the insurgents in Poland. I can't send them any money! Fine. Have manpower instead. Oh, only 5,000. I'm trying to get... I at least want to get rid of all the troops. Go invade Argentina. Oh! Double clicked again. What is slightly USA? Soon change that. Somewhere, Chris Crawford, the game dev, feels a great disturbance in the force. 1,000, good grief. It's like these people don't want my soldiers. Where? Let's go invade Italy. Why not? You guess no insurgents in Italy? No. Right, I want to completely mess with Russia, so diplomatic relationship. Somewhere they've got a warm relationship. Run. I hate the way it turns that off. Cordial, India. Russia doing anything out in India? Yes, they are. I'm going to deploy troops. That troops for the government. Ah, screw it. Intervene for the... oh, what the hell, we're doing rebels everywhere, so screw it. Oh, God, I can't get rid of these troops. I've got 2,000 left to give away. Invaded England. Greece. Slavia, Czechoslovakia. Guatemala. Let's do South Africa. Lost my troops. Oh, still seriously? I'm literally giving you armies. Indonesia. Why do I get the feeling? There we go. All my troops given out. Here we go. I imagine this is probably going to be the last turn and the world's going to end in nuclear fire. If I can thoroughly break this game. I think it's called Armageddon Man was much more interesting because you could like decrypt satellite transmissions and learn stuff in that. But I also recall it being very complicated, though I only played it on the ZX Spectrum. And now we wait for it to process everything. I wonder if Chris Crawford is still around. 30 years ago, depending on how old he was, he could have passed away. We've lost a few people from the scene back in the day. Like Richard Joseph, that was the one that really shocked me, the guy who did music for Sensible. Sad when he passed away. Who was the other one we lost recently? Well, I say recently, in the last couple of years. Can't remember. Makes me sad I can't remember. Oh, come on, the expectation is killing me. Very interesting to see if Russia complains about everything. I'm not going to rush to... Here we go. This will be good. Military units from the USA attack... Oh, Lord. Oops. They will ream us. Okay, I'm not going to push it on they will... Of course, they're probably going to say that on all of them because I just randomly hurled my troops around the world. Reject. General Secretary is outraged. Fine, I'll back down. Prestige, 5,000 prestige! Holy crap! Oh, let's see how low I can get my prestige. Combat troops from the US invade Polish territory. Reject. Yep, there we go. Large military forces from the US attack North Korean army units. They will ream us on this one. Reject. US is outraged by the American provocation. Refuse. Criminal activity requires a back down. No, don't worry, sorry. Reject. No prestige. Blur. Only sent in 1,000 troops. Reject. There's no prestige. My invasion of Sweden has not been popular. USSR is outraged. There's just no prestige at risk. That's no fun. They're strongly me and they're the new... Oh, hello, she's getting feisty. Ream, don't back down. Ream, nuke 'em. Thanks for watching, Maya. Catch you later. Sorry it was so dull. Reject. USSR. I'm going to wait till it gets to Canada. That's when I'm going to refuse to back down. Combat troops. US outrage. Refuse. Ah, fine. Back down. Argentina. There's just no prestige at risk. I want to get my... Yeah, fine. Reject. No prestige. Indonesia, reject. No prestige lost. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm so frustrated because I wanted to get that prestige down even lower. Combat troops are reject. Back down. Russia had nothing to say about me invading England or Canada. So they got cranky about that, but not me sending troops into England and Canada. Oh, that's great. Right, well I'm going to do one thing and then I'm going to force it to nuclear war. They seem to get really cranky about Sweden. So let's send more money. Oh, I can't send money. Intervene for rebels. The 5,000 troops. Come on! Let's end this in fire this time. I think I might call it on the stream after this because it's getting close to where dinner time and I don't want to fire Armageddon Man up and find out that's just as dull. So I might have a separate game of that outside of the stream so I know that something's going to be good. Might stream some demos and stuff later in the week. Or other stuff, I don't know. I keep meaning to stream more modern stuff as well and I never get around to it. Amiga stuff is just too damn good. Oh, this save game, good lord. It's so dull. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, boing and beer. I can't drink beer, sadly, it makes me ill. I wish it didn't, because I quite like beer. I think it might be the yeast or something. I don't know what does it, but it just makes me very, very ill when I drink it, unfortunately. Come on, Russia. Let's dance. Oh lord, I've caused a revolution in Canada. Ew, what? Seriously, Russia? What has a boy got to do to end the world? Right. Absolutely USSR. I'm going to have to go through another bloody game save if I want to end the world, aren't I? I'm not just quitting. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. I started a revolution in Canada. That's hilarious. Oh, that's interesting. Russia didn't give a crap. Intervene for rebels. 100,000 troops into North Korea. Let's... Oh, they're gonna get real. They're gonna really hate me if I do this. Oh, I double-clicked again. Intervene for rebel. 20,000 troops. Right. Well, the world's lasted about 2 years longer than I thought it would. I gotta plan these streams better and test stuff first, because I go, oh, let's play that. Floor 13 crashed. The hard drive WHD load version crashed as soon as the game started. Then I ended the world on the first turn last time. This game just isn't that fun. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I'll read the whole manual, but maybe I'm missing something. This game is just dull. I'm glad you found me too. The more the merrier. Bill's given me a shout out on his stream 2 or 3 times recently, but he didn't do it this week. Not that I'm complaining or anything, it was decent of him to give me the shout outs the other times. As I said earlier in stream, I think I actually bought this game back in the day. And which means I probably had the manual and probably read it, and didn't think much of it then either. I'll definitely look at Armageddon Man for next time, because I like these sort of games. I don't really tend to get games like this anymore. I guess they're too worried about upsetting people. I suppose there's Hearts of Iron and stuff, which I suppose is a kind of evolution of this. Right. Cranky Soviets are cranky. Come on. East Germany. Yeah, let's do it over East Germany. That seems on point. Nope. Nope. DEFCON 4. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Kaboom. Oh, thanks for that. I'll go and I'll have a look at that. I've not heard of that before. Thank you. Yes, 'cause I'm trying to get up to 50 followers, and then there's Twitch. Is it affiliate status? Part of the lower Twitch status. I'm hoping to get to, because then people can donate bits and stuff like that. Since I wouldn't mind making a few bucks off of this. You have ignited a nuclear war, and no, there is no animated display of a mushroom cloud with parts of bodies flying through the air. We do not reward failure. What? I am indeed. That's where I announced it. It's interesting. I thought that's where you'd seen the stream, but yeah, that's where I announced the stream. Yeah, I am on Bill's Discord. Constantly filling general chat with rubbish. This is great because you hit end, it just goes boom straight back to the prompt. It's like, nope, you don't get to play again. Well, that was fun. Sort of. I think I'm going to call that for now. Throat's starting to hurt, and frankly, that's kind of sucked on my interest in strategy gaming for today. So thank you for showing up, and I appreciate it, and catch you later. I'm trying to stream at least every Monday. I generally announce that. I do announce it, but not with much notice on the Discord. I've got to start doing better than that. But I'm trying to stream at least every Monday for a bit. Anyway, thank you for showing up, and catch you later.